They're the two most powerful wizards around, and both have a claim to being the most powerful wizard to have ever lived. Welcome to Potterverse, and today we'll be pitting Merlin against Dumbledore to see which wizard would win in a wizard's duel. To keep this battle fair, we'll be focusing on their portrayals while each was at the height of their power. We have 3 rounds to see who will come out on top. Before we get started though, make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. It's important to preface this with the fact that not much is known about Merlin in the world of Harry Potter, other than the fact that he attended Hogwarts, was the Prince of Enchanters, and became the greatest sorcerer to ever live. Round 1. Intelligence. Merlin was a highly intelligent and competent wizard. He had the ability to learn magic at an incredibly fast rate, learning enough to take out numerous opponents with decades more learning and experience than him in less than 1 year. Merlin's magic developed from birth with no training whatsoever. He was both highly admired and respected by other magical people, and envied and feared by his enemies. He could cast spells without an incantation, had experience in fighting magical creatures, deities, dragons, and the undead, and was also a highly skilled swordsman that was able to take on immortal armies. He had knowledge in medicine and potion making, also being extremely talented at keeping secrets, being able to hide his magical abilities from everyone for years. Albus Dumbledore was considered to be a genius, and one of the most skilled wizards to have ever lived. Dumbledore was not only a great wizard, but also possessed an extraordinary intellect. He was considered the most brilliant student to have ever attended Hogwarts, and as an adult was regarded by many as the most intelligent wizard alive. His intelligence was especially evident through his tactical and strategic genius, proving himself capable of devising elaborate master plans to defeat the most powerful dark wizards seen for centuries, and oppose their seemingly unstoppable ascensions to power. He was capable of devising elaborate plans to defeat the seemingly unbeatable enemies, such as Lord Voldemort, and was also brilliant at hypothesizing and predicting his foes' moves. This was seen quite predominantly during the events surrounding the Second Wizarding War, when Dumbledore, through various strategical plans and an almost Machiavellian manipulation of key characters, helped bring about the downfall of Voldemort. Dumbledore also possessed an exceptional amount of emotional intelligence and deductive reasoning, and immense intellectual perception. Additionally, even Cornelius Fudge admired Dumbledore's genius, and bombarded Dumbledore with letters asking for advice early into his Minister of Magic career. Winner: Dumbledore. Round 2. Magical powers and abilities. Merlin was deemed to be the most powerful sorcerer to ever walk the earth. He had an impressive array of magical powers and abilities that he would be able to annihilate his enemies with. He was particularly capable of incapacitating, wounding, or even killing enemies on impact. His telekinesis could also have a wide range like a wave, hitting as many as 7 enemies at once. Merlin is able to call down lightning bolts powerful enough to tear through large sections of armies of enemies. He could manipulate time by slowing down objects, and under certain circumstances time itself. He could conjure a cyclone of wind. He could influence dragons by speaking in the language shared by their souls. He could magically conjure flames, control fire, or make a flame grow, capable of heating enemies' weapons so they could no longer hold them, throwing a wave of fire and causing explosions. In addition to these magical powers, Merlin was also half demon and had superhuman characteristics, and was immortal. He had healing abilities which allowed him to negate the effects of several poisons and heal wounds, and the ability to block powers of others in a battle. Additional abilities that Merlin possessed were telekinesis, energy projection, being able to throw blasts of raw magical power, magical shields, telepathy, death manipulation, necromancy, transmutation, summoning, shapeshifting, and an extremely high resistance to magic. Dumbledore was considered to be the most powerful wizard of his time, and he certainly lived up to this title. His extraordinary powers were greatly admired and greatly feared by many, even others of outstanding magical talent. Dumbledore was a duelist of extraordinary, almost unrivaled skill. Dumbledore was already a highly proficient duelist, as he held his own against Grindelwald and Aberforth in their three-way duel. He was capable of reading minds and memories and could use this ability to undertake mental attacks on his enemies. He had resistance to mind reading and mental attacks, being able to protect his mind from infiltration. He could manipulate the elements in a battle, manipulating fire and water to use against his enemies, to render himself invisible without needing an invisibility cloak, being able to bring objects to life to aid in a battle. Additional magical abilities that Dumbledore possessed were wandless and non-verbal magic, flying, apparition, healing magic, transfiguration, summoning, transmutation, force field creation, telekinesis, teleportation, potions, and was a talented alchemist. It's clear that Merlin's magical abilities are completely unrivaled. Winner, Merlin. Round 3. Weaknesses. In the Merlin legend, due to Merlin's half-demon status and magical ability, he is unable to die, leaving him effectively immortal. Merlin could only die by being stabbed through the heart by a sword forged in dragon's breath. This was the only weapon that could permanently kill him. Otherwise, he would just keep coming back for his enemies. Dumbledore's sense of martyrdom after the death of his sister, Ariana, contributed to him being seduced by dark magic's powerful allure, though he never actively pursued it. Despite following a light path ever after, Dumbledore never trusted himself around power and instead spent his entire career at Hogwarts, an isolated place away from temptation, working hard to keep his weaknesses in check. Winner, Merlin. Admittedly, Merlin is largely shrouded in mystery, even in the Harry Potter universe. He's as much a myth as he is a historical figure. All the same, it's clear that Merlin is hands down one of the most powerful and influential wizards of all time. By a score of 2-1, our winner is Merlin. Do you agree with our verdict? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Who should we pit against each other next? Let us know in the comments below.